How do I know where we're going? That's right. Oh, turn it down, and off, and we're off. Here we go.
That's what's smoking.
Welcome to What's Smoking TV. I'm your host, Dr. Strange, and this is my partner.
That's right, and it's your boy J2, J Twizzle. You guys are hanging out in the What's Smoking spot.
Yes, just chilling. This is our first show here. So we're here trying to give you the what's smoking, what's going on, the hottest news of cannabis products and all types of things.
We'll give you the most up-to-date, unbiased information, news on new products, strains, anything from flower to concentrates, growing, any tips that you need to know, we have it. So, first off, we're going to slip over and talk to our buddy Twizzle Man over here.
Where are we? Where are we right now?
Well, right now in Barbertime Network right here.
The Barbertime Network, all day.
And this is in the wonderful land of where now?
Mattapan.
Beantown, Mattapan, Massachusetts. That's right. We're out here representing that East Coast. That's right. Nothing but the best, the most, and the host with the most in the East Coast. And we're what's smoking? I mean, that's the one question on everybody's mind. I mean, what's smoking? I mean, here we are. There's obviously some amazing things on the table right now, and that's the one question everybody has on their mind is what's smoking.
Well, what's smoking? The strain for today we got smoking today is what is this again? Platinum Bubba Kush.
Platinum Bubba Kush. Yeah.
Hopefully you can smell it. Can you smell it? Can y'all smell it?
Yeah, you can definitely smell it.
Oh,
Platinum Bubba Kush is always a fan favorite.
Platinum Bubba
But
Kush.
then, next thing we have is the Platinum Cross. The Platinum Cross is a Platinum Kush crossed with a mystery strain.
Platinum Cross. All right, so now Platinum Cross. What makes Platinum Cross? I mean, I'm thinking the holy grail of marijuana because, I mean, Platinum Cross, I'm like a crucifix. I mean, how do you get a platinum to be cross? I mean, is this like old school 1990s holding the chain with the Platinum Cross? I mean, please explain what makes this cross so platinum.
The Platinum Cross, man, is just a great cut of Platinum Kush crossed with some mystery strain that no one knows, but it is definitely super fire. Definitely smells good. The terps are outstanding.
I can smell that. What's that right there?
And our third competitor is the Kim 4.
Kim 4.
Kim 4, always a fan favorite. Kim 4, great sativa.
Kim 4. Kim
4.
4. Now, is that like named after somebody's like ex-girlfriend? I would love to have a strand of weed named after my ex-girlfriend. That's right. Every time I smoke that shit, I'd be firing on my old house. I'd be like, yeah, bro, I'm smoking some of these old houses.
Actually, what it is a sour diesel cross with an OG Kush.
Sour diesel cross.
No, definitely a fan favorite. Can never go wrong with a Kim. Any type of Kim.
Yes.
Kim 91's my favorite, but Kim 4 is a secondary.
Kim 4. So that's not Kim 1, 2, or 3. I mean, you had to go through 4 Kims to find the right Kim.
Yep.
I love it.
Levels,
that means that it's probably
levels to this, man, you know? And then we got the Brits treats right there. Brits treats right here.
Now, before we take it all the way to our edible incredibles, let's talk about let's get to know what's smoking. Let's get to know us, right? Let's get who am I talking to? Like, who are we? For instance, like your love. Your love for what we're doing right now. I mean, how did you get involved in the whole cannabis culture, marijuana world? Like, what does this mean to you?
Well,
and that's right. We got Kung Fu OG Master Kush right here.
Well, yeah. Well, right now, you know, I'm a little hesitant right now, a little slow right now, because like this is my first time doing these type of things right now.
I mean, so, first time. That's what I'm talking about.
I gotta get a little.
Fuck it. You know what we can do? We can make it easy. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the first time you smoked.
There you go.
Yeah, for me, I'll lead into it, okay? Yeah. First time I smoked, I was 14. 14,
guys. The same year you lost your virginity, the summer of 69.
What the hell are you talking about? What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. This
Let's tell it.
Listen, like I said, at 14, unlike most people who claim, oh, I didn't get high, I got high as shit. I mean, high as shit. Me, A friend of mine, Kayla, he probably will regret me saying his name, but fuck it. Another buddy of ours, we went up to Parker Hill. Parker Hill is a part
that's a part of Boston.
part of Boston. Right? It's sort of kind of.
Right. Okay.
Sort of, not really, but sort of kind of. Okay. So we went up there, you know. He wrote us a Philly blunt. Okay. The first time I took
Philly
the pull,
blunt.
a Philly blunt.
Did you have it out of a tube? Did it come out of a tube, a plastic tube?
No, there was no
tube.
What are you talking about? Plastic tube. It came out of saran wrap or something like that.
The Ghost of Vegas was in tubes.
Right. So he wrote that. I smoked it. The first hit I took was that oomph that everybody looks for. My whole body started to tingle, from my cheeks down to my toes.
That's how you knew you were high? The oomph, like the
oomph.
Definitely. That's how you knew you're high.
Definitely. It's the same oomph you look for now, but I definitely remember.
Wow.
Well, so do you think it's true? Do you think it's true that you don't get high the first time you smoke weed?
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone. I'm just speaking for myself.
B, come from Grandmaster Chris.
Well, that's what
do you
happened
think
to me,
it's true? Did you get high the first time you smoked weed?
Nope. Walking down the street, walking from Beth Israel Hospital.
See, but he probably smoked some bullshit. Yeah, he probably smoked some bullshit.
What is bullshit? What does that even
mean? My man had some real skunky skunk. You know, so you never know.
Well, one thing about we come from a different era here.
True, definitely.
So it's different eras, man. Back then, the stuff you were smoking and what I was smoking is totally two different things.
Definitely.
So if brothers know about Boston, y'all know about Oakwood, Dunlap, those spots back then with the Manila folder.
Manila folder? Is that a
marijuana stand? Manila folder? Yeah, the Manila folder. Those are the liquor bags and shit.
You have to clean the seeds out and all that. Man, that's where I come from, yo. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, liquor bags all day.
So that's a great question. So how do you think that marijuana culture, the weed game has evolved or transpired over time? Like, would you say that it still is a different potency? Is it the same experience, a different experience? I mean, is it gotten stronger?
It's definitely gotten stronger, man. Definitely, because right now everybody's playing with genetics and things of that nature, man. So yes, it's definitely gotten stronger, man. And so many different flavors, man. So many different flavors. Back then, all I was smoking like Sense or Lamb's Bread or like Acapulco Gold. Remember something like Acapulco Gold?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's the funny thing: when we were talking about Sis is just Sis Amelia, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
Weed without seeds, so. You know, it's funny how we equate that to a certain strain. It's not a certain strain, you know, but back in the day, that's what they assumed it was.
So, speaking of strains, what would you say is that brings us to strain of the week? What is the strain of the week? So, we've explored a couple of different, as you can see, we got a couple of different.
Right now, we already introduced the three.
Those are just
These
what
would
be strain of the week? So we're gonna get what would
let's go through all three of
them
that we've been smoking throughout the week. Okay, and these were our top three contenders. Okay, so like we said, we have the Platinum Cross.
Platinum Cross.
Okay.
Platinum Cross.
Tasty.
Oh, holy! When I think of
tasty.
Platinum Cross, I'm thinking like, go to church. Platinum Bubba Kush, like bubble gum, like I got I'm shrimping business, you know what I mean?
Then we have the Kim 4.
Kim 4, not Kim 1, not Kim 2, not Eminem's ex-girl.
So Kim 4.
Whatever.
Kim 4.
Okay.
That's some Super Saiyan Dragon Ball.
Which is definitely one of my favorites.
No.
I'm not personally a fan of sativas, but this
That
one
does a
is.
job.
I don't know.
does
Our
the
verdict
job.
is, what is this? We're going to go
Definitely
into
does
the
the
live Twitch stream. That's right. You can find us on Twitch.
As I
at
said, however,
Twitch.
on taste, I would definitely go with the Platinum Bubba Kush.
Platinum Bubba Kush. So we have one in for Platinum Bubba Kush and OG Kush Kush. What would you say? What are you putting in your Bubba?
But that's all flavor. You just cut me off.
Yeah, Platinum, man. That's a Platinum Bubba, yo. You know?
Platinum Bubba.
Yeah,
so
that's
no
Kim
4?
Kim 4 is good. That's original, man. So that's almost in every strain that you mess with is like that type of bass, man. But
They
like,
all
right
definitely
now,
have a different. They
I'm
do
liking
have.
that. I'm liking that platinum, and that platinum bubba's on point.
So platinum bubba, verdict in. All right, everybody. Hold on, I think I got. Where's my damn sound effects? I don't have my sound effect. Yeah. So the verdict is. The strain of the week is going to Platinum Bubba Kush. There you have it. Fireworks. They said they were gonna have fireworks. No, they said they were
Where
gonna
they
have
getting
fireworks.
fireworks from?
No.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Next order of business.
Here we go. And the Super Bowl sports in what's smoking. That's right. What are you going to be
Super Bowl.
smoking when you guys are watching the Super Bowl? XXVIXX. Wait, I'm sorry. Which
What
number
the
is it?
fuck?
I mean, Supernova. Is
Well,
that
I don't
okay?
know
Are
what
we
it is,
allowed?
but I don't know what it is, but whatever it is.
Super Bowl.
It's called Super Patriots Bowl.
So no, let's
always
go.
in
Let's
every-
check
they
in with
always in
Colin
every year,
Kaepernick
man.
and see how he feels
Research,
about
man.
that. No.
What the fuck?
No,
number did you
it's
just
the
say?
Super Bowl.
You can
Yes.
tell he don't watch no sports shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, man? You can tell he watch no sports shit.
Whoa, okay, people, okay.
All right, but
Maybe we gotta rewind this and go back
So,
or
I mean,
something.
you guys
What the
think
hell
that the
is he
Patriots have a
talking
shot?
Oh, you definitely.
What do you mean?
You really
the
think that the
Patriots
Patriots have a shot?
We're
Definitely
from
have a shot.
Boston.
Yeah,
You
of
asked
course.
to do we think
What do
The
you
Patriots
think
have a
that the
shot.
pinnacle moment was
Patriots,
this
100%.
season? What do you think the pinnacle moment was this season when the Patriots declared their spot in the Super Bowl? I mean, when do you
I
think
knew it
that
was
you
gonna
knew?
happen. I knew it
Well,
when the
if you're a
season
Boston,
started.
if you're a Patriots fan, man, you never
Doubt.
say no. You never doubt, man. They
You
always
never
win. Never,
say
you never
no.
know.
Oh man, that would do awesome in the marketing advertising.
Okay,
That's probably
here's
what
the
That's
thing.
good.
Here's the thing. A little disclaimer.
Hey, you could go to
Our
Boston
buddy
and they
over here
never
is not
say no. I
from
love
New
it.
England.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh yeah.
So a little disclaimer. You can tell them where you're from. Don't be scared. It's okay. They won't hate you.
Tell where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm from the internet. That's right. You can find me at TwizzleNation.com. And that's all your exclusive blogs, interviews, and cool what's smoking info like this. I'm also on
Exactly.
Twitch, twitch.tv/TwizzleNation.
So-
All right, and so you think the Patriots have a good shot? Because I know that they're the underdogs.
I think so. They're
They're
always the
underdogs.
underdog. They're always the
they're
underdog.
always the underdog. Yeah.
You know? Even though they're always the underdog.
All right, so we're gonna sway in here, and by the way, I'm gonna let you guys know we have an amazing, special, certified, highly profound guest that we're gonna be interviewing tonight, and you guys get ready for that. We're gonna slide into a little bit of Dr. Omar. Is he ready? Is he ready to go?
Yeah, he should be ready to go soon. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, he's ready.
sooner
Yeah,
or
give us
not.
that knowledge.
That's right, Dr. Omar. Here we go. Let's get a round of applause for Dr.
Well,
Is that what we're doing?
yeah,
right now?
right now you see we're like we're a little high right now. Man. We're talking,
Oh no, we should. Yeah, you know what? I think there's a. You know what? You know what? While we're waiting
you
for
know
Dr. Omar, we need to have.
take a break.
I think we need to have a homie moment. Homie
Yeah.
moment. So
the hell is a
introduce
homie
us
moment?
to a homie moment. This is. Oh, you did. I told you I had a couple of surprises for you guys tonight.
Homie moment.
Homie moment. What's in this bottle right here? Tell us what's in this bottle right here.
Okay. All right, now here we go again now. What's up, fellas? We're back at it now. It's Grandmaster OG Kush, my partner.
Dr. Strange back with What's Smoking TV. Together we're here again with our special guest,
Dr.
Dr.
Singletery.
Singletery and Twizzle TV.
So we were just talking about earlier about the different effects, how edibles affect us with the smoking.
Opposed to smoke.
Yes,
smoking.
yes, yes. When we smoke cannabis, it goes directly into our lungs and into our bloodstream.
My robotic lungs can inhale more than you could ever dream of, Jabba. Word.
That's why smoking will usually get the effect within 10 to 15 minutes. So there's a lot of different ways to use cannabis. The smoking and vaporizing, again, vaporizing, you're not combusting, it's just burning the heating up the cannabinoids till it's vaporizing, you can inhale it. Edibles take longer to kick in because they have to be digested, go to the liver, and there's a process we call first pass. So the liver enzymes convert it for many people to a stronger cannabinoid. So sometimes the edibles are more potent than smoking.
Don't think that you can smoke more than me, sir.
Some people, it doesn't have that effect. So I've known patients who would take edibles and it did not affect them at all.
Not only could I smoke more than you, but my old master can.
So I would presume some enzyme in their liver just totally detoxify the cannabis. You can use tinctures on your tongue, drops that people use, and they could be a combination of THC and CBD, 1-to-1 mixture, 4-to-1, etc. That get absorbed much quicker and can last as long as edibles, 6 to 8 hours.
Really? Okay.
Some people will vaporize or smoke to go to sleep, but it will only last 4 hours, so sometimes you'll wake up in the middle of the night. If you have nightmares or you have chronic pain, it may be better to do edibles. Give yourself an hour and a half beforehand, because it takes that long before it kicks in, but it'll last longer, 6 to 8 hours. You sleep through the night. You can also use topical salves. Just rub it on. They'll work within even 5-10 minutes, faster than smoking. Will last as long as edibles. And one of the advantages to topicals is that there's no psychoactive effects.
I hope y'all hear this, y'all. I hope y'all hear this, listen to this, man, about this, the benefits of the Mary Jane. Okay? It's definitely helping us out.
How does it affect your digestive system? Like,
Well,
do
yeah, it's
you have like floating poops? Or?
there are people who, again, because we have cannabinoid receptor all over our bodies, our lymph nodes, our brains.
Lymph nodes. I've heard about that.
A lot of one of the qualifying conditions is Crohn's disease or irritable bowel syndrome or ulcerative colitis. It blocks because it has anti-inflammatory effects. There's so many different strains of cannabinoids. I can remember back in the 70s, the cannabis, the THC was 1 to 7%. The strength now it's either 22 to 32, so
Wow.
a lot more potent.
Gone a long way since Maui Wowie, right? Yeah.
So
Some of that
what are your
Labrador.
feelings in regards to
Thai
cam
stick.
compared to traditional medicine?
Many of our patients are coming to usually get away from traditional treatments. They don't like the side effects.
Correct.
They don't like, especially for chronic pain, they don't like the possibility of addiction, or they want to resolve addiction from opiates. In fact, every state that's used medical cannabis, the opiate overdose rate has dropped down by 25%.
It's unfortunate the time that's been wasted for them to actually invest in research.
Finally.
I'm sorry, is this bringing us into Black Facts? This sounds like a Black Facts segment. Black Facts, that's right, by Dr. Strange. Bring you into Black Facts right here. Roll with it. And
I mean, what is the question? What is
No,
the
you were
black
saying-
fact? The
I don't know,
black
it
fact
sounds
is, self-explanatory. It's just-
that's right, it's your boy Twizzle, and we are here, and that's what's smoking. Introducing Dr. Strange, OG Master Kush, and our wonderful guest that we have today, Dr. Singletery, who's going to be discussing some of the finer facts and points of cannabis culture with us. Would you guys like to?
So, Carl, first off,
All right.
nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you all.
Also, before we start, just want to offer you any one of these edibles, a nice drink.
Oh wow, yeah, we should pour him a little shit.
Anything just to get you going before we start.
I'm all set for now.
All set. All right. All right. So, first question is just for the people out there. Can you explain what ECS is?
That's the endocannabinoid system. And we all have receptors in our bodies that God gave us, and we actually make our own cannabinoids. They're called endocannabinoids. as opposed to plant cannabinoids. There's two named endocannabinoids, anandamide and 2-AG, that bind to receptors, the same receptors that THC and some of the other cannabinoids bind, and it causes all types of effects in our bodies. CBD doesn't bind directly. CBD is a cannabinoid, the second most numerous cannabinoid in the plant, with THC being the first. It's called cannabidiol.
And
Okay, so as far as negatively, cannabis don't really affect the body in a negative way. In a negative way, if like the only thing you're gonna fight is like the fridge. Besides, if you smoke too much here and there, but like as far as like physically wise,
Right.
does it do anything?
The cannabinoids, again, it's natural. Our bodies have them. Some people consider many of the disease states we have due to what we call endocannabinoid deficiency. For some reason, we're not making enough cannabinoids to combat the toxic environment diseases.
It sounds like you're saying that the cannabinoids, I know it sounds like Space Invader type stuff in the future, like the cannabinoids are here, but they're already in our body, and it's like they're just like communicating with each other.
Yes. So the plant cannabinoids are from the outside, but they bind to the receptors that our bodies have for our own endocannabinoid. So they basically are supplementing the effects of our endogenous or cannabinoids that we make within our bodies.
Well, but that's whew.
okay, so if you can briefly explain the difference between THC and CBD.
It's now believed that there's about 80 to 100 different cannabinoids in the plant, in marijuana plant or cannabis plant. We know a lot about maybe 8 or 9 different cannabinoids. The most popular or well-known and most numerous cannabinoid is THC.
THC,
It's
good old
Delta
THC.
9
I know that one. Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Right?
And the second
I know that
most
That's the one that I got right on the
popular
test.
is CBD, which is
CBD.
cannabidiol, which again, as I mentioned, is considered the medicine part of cannabis.
I thought it was all medicine for me. I like seeds, the stems, all that.
In fact, cannabis was the most popular medicine in the United States in the 1920s, 1930s. Many of the pharmacy companies that we know now had cannabinoid extracts, sativa extracts, even cigarette packs of marijuana joints were sold for asthma,
That'd have been
which sounds
bad. That'd been
counterintuitive.
cool.
But
Right.
THC actually is a bronchodilator. So each cannabinoid has many different effects, specific effects depending on what you're trying to treat. THC being the psychoactive cannabinoid, or what commonly used the term, gets you high. So it goes to the brain, has psychoactive effects.
But what does that mean, get you high? I mean, I'm always curious when they're like, oh, you know, CBD is the part that doesn't get you high. But I'm like, I smoke weed to get high, you know what I'm saying? So when you say, what does it mean to be high? Is that a good question to ask? Like,
Need to be,
what does it mean to be high?
euphoric, to feel good, same. I mean, people will drink to get high or
Get drunk. No,
or do
yeah.
other drugs. And CBD just gives you that feeling of feeling good. People use
That's
it-
high, though. That's being high.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, the only negative effect is the fact that you're actually smoking it, correct?
Oh, smoking.
Not necessarily.
That's a good question.
Not necessarily. We do recommend that people vaporize. Vaporizing as using a pen that, like people use for nicotine.
So that electricity doesn't give you, that's not bad. Like I can like smoke batteries and that's,
Not known. I mean, people have mentioned that may be an issue, but that hasn't been shown. But when you vaporize, it heats up the plant. You can vaporize flour or sometimes a liquid, and extracts the cannabinoids directly. In fact, vaporizing may preserve some of the cannabinoids where when you smoke or put a match to a joint, the combustion may burn up some of the cannabinoids. We used to say that smoking gives you the same combustion as a cigarette, and the same toxins that cigarette has. Whereas vaporizing, you don't get those toxins and you don't get the smell, so you can vaporize in the bathroom stall at work. Not that I'm recommending.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that part of my work.
And you wouldn't smell it. But
The
smoking.
movie theater.
But there had been a study that showed that people who smoked marijuana as opposed to people who smoked cigarettes did not develop COPD or emphysema.
Yes. Awesome.
And we know that if you smoke a pack a day for a long time, your risk for lung cancer is 8 times higher. If you smoke 2 packs a day, your risk of cancer is 20 times higher.
Really? Wow.
When they did this study, which was a detailed medical study, placebo-controlled study.
How long ago was this study was? How long ago was it? Recently?
I'm not sure. I believe about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay,
Wasn't
okay.
too long ago.
Okay.
The question I think everybody wants to know: are you a bong or blunt guy?
Neither.
Okay. Okay. So how
So
do
do you
What is your
smoke
preference?
is the question. I think everyone's looking for.
No, I don't. Personally.
Okay. Well, you prescribe it for certain ailments, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'll use edibles and tinctures, but personally I haven't smoked since a long time ago, over 30 years.
So your personal opinion on the plant, what is helpful?
Without a doubt.
certain ailments? Okay.
Without a doubt.
What ailment do you think?
Multiple. But let me
That-
finish what I was
yes,
saying
sir,
about
yes,
the study. In the study, with regards to lung cancer, the cannabis smokers, whether they smoke the equivalent of a pack a day of cigarette or 2 packs a day, they neither developed COPD or emphysema, as cannabis was used to treat asthma back in the 1920s, 1930s. And even some of the drug companies put out cigarette packs of cannabis. But also, with regards to cancer, not only did the patients not have develop lung cancer same rate as cigarette smokers did, their risk of lung cancer was less than people who never smoked. So it shows that cannabis has a protective effect. And this is in spite of the fact that the tar, like the tar in cigarettes, the tar in cannabis, one of the carcinogens that cause lung cancer is 4 times more concentrated in cannabis. And yet, the people did not develop any lung cancer.
Really?
So it tells you
Wow.
that THC and CBD is protective.
God.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I've been a medical physician for 32 years, board certified internal medicine.
Okay.
And I've been certifying patients for medical cannabis license for Massachusetts and Rhode Island. And
Shout out
for
to that
5
educated
years.
cannabis culture.
So patients come in, they get, they fill out a form, their medical records, they document what conditions they want to treat, and there's, in Massachusetts, there are multiple psychiatric and physical conditions. So any chronic pain, including migraine headaches, I have a lot of patients with back pain from injuries or sports injury, seizures, multiple sclerosis. I think I'm trying to think. Montel Williams touted the benefits of multiple sclerosis. Even I think before California was had medical marijuana. Fibromyalgia, lupus, arthritis, inflammatory arthritis, multiple things. Depression, anxiety, trouble sleeping, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Nagging girlfriend.
We know we know where in the brain the cannabinoids bind to block the nightmares and the flashback memories
Tell the truth.
that our soldiers from war or people, childhood rape or any victim of trauma where they have multiple nightmares and flashback. It works. And also what's dramatic is that the studies have shown in animal studies that it shrinks tumors. And I'm following patients. My most dramatic patient, a patient with ovarian cancer, who was cured even after a year of traditional medicine didn't work. And she developed metastatic disease to her chest and in her liver. She used Rick Simpson oil, which is a formula of very concentrated cannabis, very high THC, as high as 80%, which you slowly get yourself used to. And she cured herself. And now cured for 2 years. Running with just love sort of my.
And that was you. You're so like, being
It's good because you
5
get
years,
a
right.
bunch of details,
Right.
and you're not skipping through things. You're not just jumping the loop,
Because I have a lot of patients who I call considered virgins, of 90-year-olds, 80-year-olds, people with Parkinson's.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So we're wrapping it up here, and it has been quite a show. That's right. We want to give a special thanks to
Dr. Singletary here.
Dr.
And hopefully you'll come back and see us again.
Would love
We'd
to.
love to come back and see us again.
Would love to.
Because we got to definitely inform the community about the benefits of marijuana, cannabis.
Right, and we'll definitely get more in depth. We'll definitely keep you up to date and informed, one-to-one, everything having to do with cannabis and the Mary Jane. Check us out, What's Smoking TV.
That's right, son. That's what's smoking, and that's what's smoking. That's right, DJ Twizz, cue the music.
Barbertime all the time.
Barbertime all. Yeah, pretend like the music's playing.
That's what's smoking on Barbertime all the time.
That's what's smoking on Barbertime. Should we do it in the same time of that corny? That's corny.
No, this is not
Kinda
so
corny.
We ain't temptations, man.
That's what's smoking. Barbertime all the time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's what's smoking.
Barbertime all the time.
Thank you.
That's what's smoking. Okay.
Barbertime.
Wait, we fucked up. Sorry.
And that's what's smoking. Barbertime all the time.